The catchers weren't doing this when I played. I played before your time, so this is all new to me, and I really want to pick your brain. What's going on, guys? Coach Matt and YouGoProBaseball.com. I'm here with my man Leo Rojas on Instagram at LeoBSBL. If you're a catcher, catching coach, a lot of great information over there, so go check him out. In this video, we're gonna talk about how to improve your pop time as a catcher. It's very important if you wanna shut down that running game. So catchers, catching coaches, listen up. But before we get into it, I'm a scout for the USSSA All-American program, and we're back on the road again this year. We've got 10 tryouts coming up. If you wanna be a part of the All-American games here in Viera, Florida, we're at the complex right now, 15 beautiful turfed out fields. Check the link down below to see if we're coming to a town near you. Let's get into it. What are some things that these guys can do to improve their pop time and be better at shutting down the running game?
So for me, there's two things you could do to improve your pop time. So your arm is one of them. That's like half of the equation when you make that throw down to second base, right? But the arm, it takes a long time for you to, to get better, to get that strong arm. So that's gonna happen as you grow, your arm's gonna get better. Now the exchange, that's when we can really work on right now, because you can actually get faster with your feet. You can actually be more efficient with your feet. And that's something that is gonna make a difference when you get that throw down to second base. So I like to break it down into 3 steps, all right? So the first one, we're gonna go into when we catch the ball, all right? So we wanna make sure, if we can, if the pitch allows us, we wanna catch that pitch deep on the strike zone, right here, all right? So if we go out front and catch that pitch over here, we're gonna have to bring the glove all the way here to make that transfer, right? So if we can catch it deep out here, we can just catch the ball and get it into our glove, all right? So that's number 1, catch the ball deep. Number 2, as we make the transfer, we're starting to move with our feet, all right? So we're already moving forward and we get this movement going. So number 1 right here, number 2 right here with the transfer. Number 3, we're gonna get in this position when our feet, right? We want our feet to be pointing towards second base, and we want our elbow be straight to second base, because that's where we're gonna throw the ball, be in an athletic position, make a nice throw. All right, so we're gonna work on that step by step. I'm actually gonna use this lane right here. I like to use something to help my young players so they can follow some type of lead, all right? So we're gonna use this lane right here, and we're just gonna get out here. And the movement is gonna be, we're gonna catch, and then we're gonna stay short, and then we're gonna get out here. All right, the shorter you can be, the faster you're gonna be able to release the ball. All right, so we're gonna start right here. Catch, turn, and separate, all right? Let's do it again. Catch, turn, and separate. So as you go, you could start increasing the speed of the transfer as you feel comfortable, but make sure you follow. If we actually take a big step when we catch the ball, we actually are gonna be slower. You feel like you're getting closer, but that big step is gonna take longer. That one step is about 3 steps for the runner, all right? So we gotta short it up, okay? So keep it short, boom, all right? Short and quick. The quicker you can release that ball to second base, the faster that ball is gonna get to second base.
Now, your arm and your pop time was one of your strengths when you were a professional player in the Giants organization, right? What was your best pop time?
So my fastest pop time was actually 178, but because there's new information coming out that the stopwatch actually is not as accurate as we thought. So we see guys like Real Muto, who is one of the fastest, he's actually the fastest right now, the best guy, with an average 187, I believe, 189, throws second base. So that's the thing. You might have one really good throw, but you want to be on average. That's the number that you want to get. You want to be efficient and you want to be consistent with that number. So I'm gonna say, like, when I play maybe in the 190 something, that was my average, I will say, once my arm was good.
Great. So shooting for that number is having that in your head and shooting for that number, especially as a high school athlete or a college athlete. That's a great number to shoot for. Is there anything else as far as like when it comes to like your stance and your setup that can improve, like with runners on base or in different situations? Like, are you doing different like primary stance with nobody on base versus having somebody on base? What's the difference in those stances?
So that is a really good point. So I have a lot of catchers that they do the same stance for everything, and you gotta help yourself out a little bit when you got that runner on first base, okay? So what I used to do is, on my regular stance, I would just be pretty much square towards the pitcher and work this way. Now if I have a runner on base, I would just move a little bit towards this side, not too much. If we go too much, we're gonna lose this pitch out here. So that pitch out here, we're gonna just go here, and then this is gonna be a tough one to catch. You're gonna have to like move this way. So just a little bit, all right? From here, we're gonna move this way a little bit. You can position this foot right here, kind of like halfway to the turn. That way, as soon as you catch the ball, you know, you can just go here and make that throw. So yeah, just a little bit, leaning this way, and then as you see the guy running, you can start leaning even more. All right, if you get a perfect pitch, that's the thing. When we work on throwing to the bases, we always get that perfect pitch. You gotta work on that bad pitch as well.
Right.
Because that's the one that you're gonna get the most, all right? So, but if you get a good pitch, you can start leaning into it, make that quick transfer and make a good throw, which is obviously very important if you wanna get that out on second base.
You talked about in the beginning of the video about the arm being a part of this equation and having a strong, fast arm. Was there anything that you did in particular? Were you a long toss guy? Were you a guy who did a lot of bands? Did you throw weighted balls? Like, what was your routine to build your arm strength and speed?
Yeah, so when I play, I would say that I had a natural arm, but I always make sure to keep it strong, just to keep it protected, right? So we always do like band work, stuff like that. I wish I had the knowledge that I have right now, and I will definitely use some weighted balls. You know, if you use those properly, that's a great way to get your arm stronger. So bands definitely. Long toss is also really important. Like that's one thing that I don't see, you know, younger kids doing often, and I feel like that's something you need to do, you know, every single week if you want to get that arm stronger for sure.
You talked about stance a little bit here, and or a lot of it really, but I really want to dive into this new technique with the knee down. Catchers weren't doing this when I played. I played before your time, so this is all new to me, and I really want to pick your brain. So in the next video, that's what we're going to talk about, the whole knee down and the whole the new receiving thing where guys are working from down to up. Perfect. So thank you so much for this video. Great tips.
Thank you, guys.
Guys, go follow him on Instagram at LeoBSBL, okay? Leo Rojas Baseball, okay? Check him out. Really good stuff that he's posting over there on Instagram. Leave a comment down below if you got any questions or comments. We'll be happy to hop down there and answer those for you. And of course, if you guys want more information on the USSSA All-American Games, that link is down in the description. Thank you so much, guys. We'll talk to you in the next video.